Okay, this is about the Women's Prison Book Project. So first, how many people were here last year, remember the project? We did it, and anyone know someone who's been in prison, have a relative or a friend who's ever been in prison? If you have, I have a relative who's been in prison, and we all thought that person was innocent. It's kept me out of jury duty for my whole life, but it's also something that I've been aware of. And I started getting books. I'm an Amazon Vine reviewer, so I got tons of books that are advanced reading copies. So I was looking for a place to give them away, found this online, and then got really interested because it is a cause I'm really interested in, and I'll tell you why. So then it is now an Indie Hall tradition. This is our third year of doing this. So what is it? What we do briefly, we collect books, we collect money to send the books, and we do this right around Christmas time. So we'll probably be starting right after Thanksgiving or maybe at Thanksgiving. I want to just give you some background. People say, well, why women's book? Why are we focusing on women in prison? Well, first, about 150,000 out of 2 million prisoners in the U.S. are women. Definitely a minority, but enough of them to be concerned about. 80% are there for nonviolent crimes like shoplifting. Over 50% are of color, and over 60% of them are mothers of young children. If they're in for violent crimes, the majority are in because they're defending themselves or their children against abuse. They get fewer resources. A lot of people don't know this, but women in prison have fewer resources than men. The school programs, the college programs, the rehab programs are in the men's prisons, not nearly as many in the women's. And they often do not have access to a computer, to Netflix. They're totally dependent on hard copy material for reading and for really passing the time. So books are a lifeline. And if you look at the material, they have some online. They always send us a thank you with a newsletter. And they have quotes from women who have been in prison, who have read our books that we sent, or books that they've collected from different places. People say things like, it saved my sanity, that I was in solitary, I had nothing that was allowed to me except books. There weren't any books from the prison library. Everything is based on these donations. So this is a really, really important project. And I'm really so happy that Indie Hall has been doing this. So people are always saying, why are we sending books to Minnesota? We have plenty of prisons here. Well, a lot of people don't realize this, but you cannot just walk up to a prison and say, hi, I have books for you, because there are all kinds of arcane rules, and each prison is different about what they will accept, what they will allow in, and what condition the books have to be in. This group in Minnesota have been doing this for about 20 years. So they serve multiple prisons, including Pennsylvania. They ship books, and they can allocate the books that come in. So if a book isn't suitable for this prison, they know it can go to that prison. And they also have a book drive, a book sale, 2 or 3 times a year. So if a book cannot be used for prison, they can put it out for sale and raise money to buy books out of their own funds and also ship books. And they also, because they only work with women's prisons. The other services have both women and men, and the men tend to get a lot more. So the Indie Hall Drive turned out to be a really fun project. We collect donations to ship the books. We collect books, of course. We have fun projects. I'll tell you about those to pay for the shipping, because what we want to do at Indie Hall, I know when I came and I said, what about raising money? And everyone said, no, it's got to be a project that doesn't just raise money, it has to create community spirit. So we have some fun ways of doing that. And we have volunteer packers and a volunteer driver who takes the books. This year, we had someone from Youth Build come and speak, and I had ties to them because of another volunteer project. And they have young college kids, or high school kids rather, who are, they have some who are pretty big guys, and I think we can get a few of them for their community service project to come and pack. They said that was probably going to be possible. So that last time added it. So what do they need? They need these kinds of books, fiction and nonfiction, but they like fiction. And it's often hard to find a place to donate fiction. This is the place. And I want to do this now so people can start collecting. This is a time of year when you may be getting books you don't want at Christmas. You may have books around the house. They like mysteries, YA books, they just sent a message and told me they wanted urban novels. I wasn't sure what that was, but I looked it up. And horror novels, they want fiction, general fiction. They like blank journals, not filled in, because a lot of times the prisoners want to write and keep a record for their children. They want books on parenting, because they're so concerned about their children, even if they're not with the children. They want children's books, because sometimes they have visiting days, and they want a book to read to their children. So if you have these around, these are good. Now, they do take a few hardback books, but they really prefer paperback. Some prisons do not allow hardback books. So we're going to make this drive, because of the shipping involved too, it's paperbacks only. And they have to be in good condition, not scribbled in, not marked up, they're not new, but nearly new. And to raise money for postage, we came up with a scheme where Indie Hall members donate services. So for example, Alex has done this, Adam, I've done this, different people, where they'll donate a service like 20 minutes of consulting with me on a business project. Or I think last year Zach had donated one on, I'll spend 15 minutes with you helping you choose a computer or something like that. You can have anything you want, so we'd love to have people donate. And they don't all get claimed, but in order to claim a project, to claim what's offered, you pay $25. And we keep that in an account. We use some of it to ship the books. If there's anything left over, we donate it. And last year we had enough to ship. I think we donated $95 to the project after shipping. So popular offers, we had before she married Eric, Megan did chair massages, and they were on the first year we did this, and they were ahead. If you know anyone who will do chair massages, we can use that. Business advice is good, and offbeat surprises. Eric donated something like a surprise, and people are interested if they know you. This year we're doing something new. I was just telling Ania, I've been learning about vision boards, and I wanted to do a vision board, and I'm going to run a vision board workshop. And it's going to be $25, you have to donate $25 to participate. Okay, we got one, we got two. Anyone interested? Yeah, three. If I have to, I'll do two. And we can do them probably, and we'll pick a good date, maybe between Christmas and New Year's, the end of December. First, we'll do a vision board workshop. We're going to use some of the funds to get materials, but I think we can get most of the materials donated by people. A lot of people have scissors, have cardboard. Yeah, we don't have to pay. Okay. Well, we can do that. So we're going to do a vision board workshop, and I want to ask. I know someone who works at Weblink. I'm going to ask them to participate. We want to ask Youth Build for Packers, and Jim, who is here, said that he thinks we could do it because they're always looking for community service. We wanted to get 300 books this year. That's the goal, 300 books. And we're going to need those packers. So I'm very excited about that. So in summary, we need books, we need boxes, we need services for people to buy if you're thinking, and it doesn't have to be work. It could be a fun thing like bake cookies, or bring it, bake something for people, or tell, something fun. Yeah. Okay. And then packers, and I was looking for a co-coordinator. The need is great, especially with the current political climate. So that's it, and I'm around if you have, everybody knows me. I've been here a while. I'm going on this 7.5 years now. So, it'll be 8 years in June. So I've been here, I know a lot of people, so I don't know if we have time for questions, but if not, I'll be around.
Yeah, 5 minutes for questions.
We have 5 minutes, oh good, thank you. Okay, questions?
What's a vision board?
Oh, okay. A vision board it's a little bit woo-woo-y, but a lot of people, they're very helpful. What you do is you you come up with images of things that you want to have in your life in the coming year. There are different ways of doing it. Some people do it with, you have a plan and you look for images. Sometimes you look for images and just let that evolve. And you can do it, usually we do it manually with scissors and magazine pictures, and you put all these pictures on a big board. It's a big collage, and you look at it every day. And the woo-woo part is, a lot of people find it really helps them, but I think it's really more of a reminder of what you want in your life in a very visual, emotional way, so you unconsciously start working to fill that. You can Google vision board too, and you'll find tons and tons of stuff out there. But anything else? Other questions? Volunteers? Okay. No? Okay, yeah. Pardon?
Outside later, but
boxes? Okay, we can use nice, clean boxes. That would be great. Those are, yeah.
Do you guys also want printer paper? Because I have a literal printer paper, like white line printer paper.
For
drawing on stuff.
Oh, to send to the prisons?
Yeah, because I have a tower of it, and I don't know if
Paper. I don't think so, to be honest. I think they just do books for this particular project. I know, if you have a blank journal, they would, I don't think they'll take paper. Yeah, anything else?
grandmother found
2
food
boxes.
box once, and,
Like to,
Blank.
yeah.
okay.
Well, if you
sell
put
it
if you
or
open it, put a note on in
sell
the
it to
hall,
people
you'll
to
find.
do all-
You know
all
what?
paper,
Yeah, put a
any
note up
paper.
because some people might use it in art. Like I know some people are using it for art too, for like backgrounds for photography and things. So, yeah. Anything else before stuff? No. Okay. Thanks, guys. You'll be seeing lots of announcements about this in the coming months.